Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I'm SamuraiT-X and I'm Solid Snake. And the investigation ended after we picked up a photograph from the computer by the security stand. And, well, we decided to call it a day because now we're going to enter the courtroom for sure after we ended the investigation. So, Snake, are we ready to take on the world? Yeah. Well, excuse that blue thing appearing on my mouse. Guess it's excited to play Phoenix Wright, as am I. October 18th, 10 a.m. District Court, Courtroom number 4. After that investigation, we now arrive at the court, ready to defend Mr. Will Powers, who is also known as the Steel Samurai. So let's get this show on the road. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. The prosecution shows the court that the prosecution would show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer at Studio One at Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well. I would like to move on to your testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. First, I would like to call a familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Hey, it's Dick Gumshoe. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studios. See? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station, there is a gate. See? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio One. This is the scene of the murder where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and the young woman, the production assistant, Penny. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim Jack Hammer went to Studio One. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio One to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. No, I didn't do it, if you guys are wondering. No, I did not stab Jack Hammer, okay? I know I'm samurai, but I didn't do it, okay? I'm innocent. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to this whole thing again? Nope, we're gonna skip it because we get it. I think I can probably remember that. No, you don't think. You know you've got that. So, the murder weapon was a spear? How medieval. Samurai spear added to the court record. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer to the stand. Will the witness declare her name? Oh God, is she love struck? Look at those blushes underneath her eyes. Oh my god, on her cheeks. Oh god. My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Edgeworth's reaction said, "Ooh, your name, please." Oh dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. Edgeworth's face. Your name, your name, please. Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names. Yeah, I think so too. Wendy old bag, dearie. Just call. Oh god. Stop, please! Somebody! Stop her before she goes very long. Stop! She's monologuing. Stop, please! Oh, thank you, Edgeworth. Objection. I object to the witness's talkativeness. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stands. I was just getting to the good part, dearie. Perhaps we can get to the testimony. Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Yes, I was. And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to get past by you. You know your stuff, dearie. You may begin your testimony. She sure is one hell of an old bag. Witness testimony. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run through there since the morning. I had some errands to run in the morning. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate until 5. Now the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, that man right there. He was heading towards the studio. You saw the defendant then? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. Right. Very first cross-examination of Chapter 3. Let's press. So, up until that time, anyone who wanted to could go to the studio? Well, there wasn't a security guard at the gate, no. But the main gate was locked, dearie. You need an employee card key to get in. Right, the card key that I have. So what she's saying is that no one who wasn't supposed to be there could get in. Was there anyone else at the studio when you arrived at the guard station? Press again. Just want details from her. A run-through. They were working out a scene between the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate. They got the basics figured out by noon, and they were to use the afternoon for practice. Rehearsal was supposed to start at 5. That's why poor old Hammer went to Studio 1 in the afternoon. So Powers was in his dressing room sleeping when he was supposed to be practicing. Talk about a laid-back hero. If there was a run-through in the morning, why did you only get there at noon? Right, let's get some details on errands. What kind of errands? Oh, well, you know. Answer the question. Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers. Observing, you know. Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station? Whippersnapper! I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job. I'm not sure your boss would see that way. Would see that way anyway. I always watch Hammer's run-throughs, always. Never missed one in all my years. Wow, I want to see a Steel Samurai run-through too. You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty. Not a bad idea. Well, let's keep pressing. Did you see the victim then? Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Tell us what happened next. So you were watching there the whole time? No breaks, not even a second? Oh, of course. I'm a professional, you know. Or are you criticizing how I do my job, whippersnapper? No, it's just after seeing you eating those donuts in the guard station yesterday. I can watch the gate and eat donuts at the same time. Snipper whapper. Snipper whapper? Old Windbag is losing it, Nick. Why don't you raise an objection? So the witness was on duty through the afternoon. The whole time? Very well. What did you see? Yes, it did. And I keep pressing. How did you know that? Oh, I have my ways. That overdressed young detective told me. I fed him some donuts and he talked and talked. If you ask me, that detective isn't cut out for his job. Poor Detective Gumshoe, getting chewed out by a security guard. Edgeworth didn't look too pleased either. He really didn't look too pleased. Too? You sure? Sure as spit. Well, who was the man? Really? You should try not to get so excited at your age. You might strain something. Now, don't get your skivvies in a bunch. I'll tell you who it was. It was Powers, the man right there, and he was heading towards the studio. Okay? So, you saw Mr. Powers. That's what I said. Got wax in your ears, sonny? Nick, this is your chance. Yeah, time to pull out the secret weapon. I'll say it again, it was him. Right, okay. Yes, we're gonna... Well, this photo was taken at 2 PM, and if we check it, we do not see Will Powers. We just see the Steel Samurai, someone in a Steel Samurai costume. That could be anyone, you know. It couldn't be Will Powers. Will Powers said he was sleeping, so... Well, we're gonna believe our client and believe this is somebody else. So let's present the photo. Table smash. Let me get this straight, old bag, or Miss Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo Ode Tokyo. Table smash. Miss Old Bag? Is this the Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right? No, we can't. Oh, yeah. Well, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. Eh? I know that. I wasn't born yesterday. No one in this court is accusing you of that, Miss, witness. He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently. However, you do not have proof that this person in this photo is Mr. Powers, do you? Huh, nosy old man. Of course I have proof. Huh? What? Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised. Even I'm surprised. What proof? Whoa! Seriously, what proof? I'm curious. The prosecution would like to ask the witness. Even Edgeworth is having trouble calling that old bag. Please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time. How was I supposed to know everybody would be nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Well, this is a court. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't give it a second look. Huh? Wow, old Windbag has even left Evdred speechless. She's good. Oh yeah, she is. Let's hear about your proof then. Well, before we do her testimony, we're going to call it a video because it's been 15 minutes. When we come back, folks, we will encounter Wendy Oldbag's testimony again. Until then, thanks for watching. Catch you guys later. See ya.